All right. So what I'm going to be doing now on the Adam Henson show is every Friday, I'm going to be going live on here. I'm going to talk to you about a subject that I've decided to talk on, and then we're just going to go from here. You can ask questions in the chat. I'll glance over to them, answer any questions that you have. Maybe you want some more insight, and that's perfectly fine. And that's why I want to do this. I'm a transitional coach, and I help people transition from living a stressful life to living life on purpose. So what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about that little sliver of your life. And basically it's about the situation you're going through in your life. And these little situations that you go through really can cause horrendous difficulty in your life at this time. And what seems really big right now is actually a very small fraction of your life. When you're going through certain things, I know some people sometimes struggle financially and there's more month at the end than the money, right? And this little fraction that you're dealing with is not your life. It's just a fraction of your life. It's just a sliver of how your life is. So if you're able to see your life and go, you know what, I'm just going through a phase right now. I'm going through what I like to call storms. And sometimes storms are worse than others, but you're always going to come into these stormy times of your life because they're there to help you grow and they're there to move you into a higher level of yourself. But when you can realize for yourself that these are small little fractions of your life, that is going to enhance you. And that's going to show you that your life can be what you make it, right? Important things today will fade away tomorrow if you let them, right? Even unimportant things should fade away immediately. But those important things that we're worried about, we're stressed about, tomorrow, you could not even be thinking about it anymore. That stress could be gone. The sliver that we have in ourselves, it hurts, right? Like you've all gotten slivers, maybe a paper cut, it hurts. And when you can learn to kind of just pull it out and say, okay, it's like ripping the Band-Aid off. Okay, what's an issue going on with my life that's causing me so much stress and worry and frustration? How can I rip this Band-Aid off and really fix my life and control my outcome into where I want it to be? That's what it's all about. It's all about that self-control. One of my favorite expressions is that you are responsible for your life. Your life is going in the direction that you're making it go. And I know some of you might be out there and disagree with me. No, it's not. I didn't plan for this. Well, no, we didn't plan for it. But when you sit back and just allow things to happen to you, your life's going to happen to you. And you're going to have no control over what's happening today or tomorrow. But when you can start to really work towards having that life that you want and being on purpose every single day, like a simple question I would ask you is like, okay, what time did you get up today? Right? I was up at 4. I had some back pain, but again, I was up at 5:30, right? Like I was able to kind of get through. But are you guys up at 5:30? Are you guys up before 7? Most people get up like a half an hour before they start work. They get up, rush through their morning, and then get going, right? That's not on purpose. That's being controlled by your outer environment. So why is it important to work on your sliver when you first get it, right? That's a big question I really want to put out there. It's like when you have a situation come into your life and we put it off and it's like, you know what, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'll deal with it tomorrow. What happens to the sliver? Well, you know what? It starts to get infected. And then the infection will turn into something bigger. Just imagine leaving a sliver in your hand and not taking it out. You'd probably get infected, it might actually like have to end up cutting off your finger, right? So think about it in your life. You might have to end up removing a part of you, right? Maybe here's a good example. Maybe someone was hurtful towards you and they've asked you for your forgiveness. Look, sorry, I screwed up. Can you forgive me? And you're like, I can't really forgive that person for that. And they constantly come after you. And you guys were like close friends prior and they made a mistake. And you don't forgive them. Now, I don't mean forgiveness is forgetting because we don't forget and we don't put ourselves in positions where we're going to get hurt again because that's just getting the sliver again. We don't want to do that. But if you let it fester and let it grow instead of dealing with it, your life is going to be so much different. And that's what I want to put out there is deal with these little things that come into your life on every single day, because then they won't get bigger, right? And here's the opposite way. If there's something big that's happening into your life, or something small, sorry, that's happening in your life, don't make it huge, right? See it for what it is. It's a sliver of your life, right? There are big, certain things that happen in all of our lives. And how you react to all of these different ways is going to determine how you are living your life. If you're on purpose, that's how you're going to live your life. If you're not on purpose, that's how you're going to live your life, right? It's all about working at it, getting better than you were yesterday. That's all you're doing. Whatever happened yesterday was yesterday. Today is a new day. Don't bring yesterday into today. Yesterday can't be removed, replaced, changed, altered, nothing. It's now in your mind. And all you can do is, if you want to, is relive it. But I don't know why you would ever want to relive yesterday. You are alive today. I want you to work towards that, work towards having that life. So how? A big question I might get is how? Okay, I get it. I have a sliver. I have this situation in my life that I'm struggling with. I need to get over it. So how do I pull out this sliver? So first, see it for what it is and know that it's not going to affect you in a few years, or don't let it affect you in a few years. Look at your life right now. And I know we can all do this because we all do it regardless. Most of the time, we probably shouldn't. If you look back on your life and go 2-3 years back, think about one problem that you might have had back then. Are you still feeling or dealing with that issue now? If you are, you didn't solve it. But if you work through it, you're not having that problem again today. And you think about an issue you're having today, the sliver that you're fighting with. In 2-3 years down the road, you're not going to have this sliver again because you'll have solved the problem. If you don't solve the problem, you're going to be dealing with it for years to come, right? But don't live your life like that. Second, work slowly at the sliver so you don't break it, because it might cause a bigger problem, right? It'll build and turn into a bigger infection and start to ruin other parts of your life. So with that, what I'm meaning is we pulled out slivers and sometimes they break off, and then you got to get the pin and put it in and cause more pain for yourself. Rip the Band-Aid off. Just really start to slowly work at whatever you need to fix. Don't rush it. Don't be like, well, I'm in this so much pain that I need to get out of it today. Probably not going to happen. When I was coaching people with post-traumatic stress disorder, there'd never be a Band-Aid. There's not a quick solution for that. It's a time. It takes time to build past what people are going through because they've lived it and they're still reliving it in their head. And you have to work on creating a new mindset, new paradigms in your life to not constantly reliving that event that's going on in your head. And that takes time. It's a slow process. But when you can do that for months and years, you begin to rewrite your story. You begin to rewrite your life. And that's what we're all about when we're talking about transitioning, is talk about rewrite and having new situations come into your life that you've planned and that you want. You have control when you want to pull out the sliver. You also have control to leave it in. It's really your choice in how you want to live your life, where you want to go with your life, and yeah, it's up to you. You are responsible for your today, right? Tomorrow isn't written yet by us. Might be written by God, but it's not written by us. So it's really up to you how you want to live today. What are the goals you want to set today? What are the what's your intention for today that you're going to get through and you're going to create that life that you want? Because it's your responsibility. Okay, so there's my first live. I hope you enjoyed it. For those who come to the recording, I'm going to go live Fridays at 10 a.m. Hopefully. If not, I will change the time and I'll let you know. But I will be live every Friday. And remember, Love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.